seed stage company, primarily, the right stage to go for fundraising is when you are, kind of in a stage where you've already identified what your business model is. And when you've identified that, okay, the product is going to look like this, when you've already done that, run through of the product, or the business model that you are going to have, uh, you need to sort of work upon and get the alpha done. Alpha would be essentially get the product, the arrangement in place, and then go about and figure out, okay, this is how I'm going to go about and create a business out of it. This is how I am going to eventually, not maybe now right away, but this is how I am going to make money for my particular company in times to come. And once you've drawn that process, or once you've drawn that plan, I think you need to be ready with a minimum viable product. That's an MVP. Of course, once you're ready with the MVP, and when you think is the right time to go for a small raise, and in terms of when you said, what is going to be the exact amount of fundraise, I think what is really important there is specifically, because a lot of people tend to make mistakes in raising a seed round of funding, because what they do there is they want to raise $1 million or $2 million, and go for a bigger raise, and they think that, okay, let's raise $1 million right away, and so that gives us a great runway, and maybe then we do not have to get into the process of raising the next round maybe so early and all of that, which is a good thing to think about. But then I think what is more important is, what is it that you need for a runway for you to go to the stage where you're able to prove that, okay, I have a running product, I have a paying customer, I have people who are in the pipeline who are willing to pay for my product, I have a validated model, people are loving the product, the solution that I have is essentially something which people would want to subscribe to or pay for, and not just once but more than once they would be willing to pay for that. If that is all taken care of, is going to be the next stage of the right time to go for the next round of funding. So I think what is important at seed stage of funding is that I need to identify what is the right amount that I want to be able to reach at a stage where I'm ready to go for, or where I am going to be able to prove to the next set of investors, which is going to be the institutional investors, that, okay, hey, I have a product which is running, I have a business model which is proven, I have revenues in my kitty, maybe not substantial, but I have some revenues, I have paying customers, I have a traction in hand in terms of the unit economics of how my product works and all of that. And then I have a certain amount of runway. So whenever you go for a series A round of or a pre-series A round of funding, I think what is important is you need to start early, in terms of the fundraising process, because it is not a day long process, or it is not a day's process or a month's process that the investor would love you and invest in your startup. He'll take a couple of meetings, he'll take a couple of calls, he'll take a couple of IC, investor committee meetings and all of that to come to a decision. So it is equally important for you to start pitching for a series A or a pre-series A round way before you want to actually, way before that, I am going to be exhausted of the cash that I have. You need to identify, or you need to actually make projections or financial model of your overall business plan, because then you'll be able to identify as to if you move realistically as per the model or the plan that you have. You'll be able to identify what is the time when you are going to be exhausted, out of cash, and accordingly what is the right time to start fundraising or the process of fundraising that you need to go with. So I think what is important there is, you need to keep, I think, your timeline of anything around 4 to 6 months at least to be able to go for a series A round of funding. And I would say rather in post pandemic times, it should be ideally 6 to 9 months of timeline that you should keep to be able to raise a series A or a pre series A round of funding.